Your cell phone is the best thing, okay? But the only thing about your cell phone is, if you don't answer it, it goes to voicemail, and it's, hi, this is Bill, and please leave a message. It doesn't say much. And I don't know who's calling, whether they're, if it's the out-of-state number, it could be someone soliciting, Green Tree calling me again to tell me my loan wasn't paid. Those are your lunch was a joke. So what I do recommend is maybe using a Google Voice number or something like that, and then forward that to your cell phone. So when you have a Google Voice that forwards to your cell phone, you have two options. You can say display the actual number or display the Google number as the caller ID. So you know the Google number, you memorize it. The call comes in, it's the Google number. You know it's someone calling about one of your ads, so you answer it. If you can't answer it, you set the number of rings to like 3 before it answers. So before your cell phone picks up the voicemail, it goes back to Google Voice with a different voicemail that says, hey, this is Bill. If you're calling about the letter I sent you, please leave your information, your property address, your blah, 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 and then email me at this email address or text me. So it's a different message. But when the Google Voice message is left, it emails you an MP3 and you get it instantly, and it's free. Can't beat that. Then there's the paid services, which are not terribly expensive, like Grasshopper, Ring Central, etc. Those are the ones that you call up and it's a voice tree. Press 1 for this and it'll forward. Press 0 to an operator. Press 2 now to fax the deed. That was a joke.
That's easy.
Press 2 now to fax the deed. Hold on. Actually, in the old days, when I used to have one of these things, you couldn't do that. But now you can. If someone faxes the deed over and signs it, you can electronically record the deed if the county accepts it. In theory, I could never meet the guy. Press 3. Maybe you should do that next time with the 300 people who call.
Yeah.
So listen, I don't want to talk to you. Here's my fax number. When you're ready, just fax me the deed. Or just scan and email it to me. Make sure it's properly notarized, please. And tell me where to send the check. Talk about hands-off real estate investing. Something like a Vonage, like a digital phone. Now everything's digital. Comcast has it, and everybody's got digital phones. You can put a second phone in your house pretty cheap like that. What's the cheap one? Magic Jack? Magic Jack's a piece of junk. I tried that. That's a piece of junk. But Vonage is pretty darn good. It's pretty rock solid. And you can put it in your business name so it has a business caller ID and all that kind of stuff. If you can't answer calls live, you might want to do something like Pat Live or Ruby Call. Those are those automated services where you give them a script, they'll answer, they ask some questions. Pat Live, I haven't used Ruby Call, I've used Pat Live. And Pat Live is pretty good. They don't go off the script, put it that way. If there's like some sort of question that should be asked, they won't ask it. They'll just go right off the script. So if someone says, well, I need to sell today, they're not going to ask, well, why do you need to sell today? That will be the logical next question, right? But they won't do that. They'll just follow the script. So it's usually a script on your website. They just fill it in and then emails you the message. But sometimes that's better than leaving a message. My philosophy, like Joe's, is you got to call me twice before I call you back. And I'd rather let them have a voicemail. That's just me. And the other option is a friend, a relative, someone older and retired, a partner, or even a virtual assistant. Not someone in the Philippines, though. Someone local that can answer the calls live, screen them out, go through the script in an intelligent fashion. And it's worth it. A virtual assistant is $15 to $20 an hour. It seems like a lot, but the reality is they do a pretty good job of screening it out. Rick, you used one for
leads.
For leads, yeah. and they came out with these call sheets that were really detailed. They knew what questions to ask, what to follow up with. They knew what they were doing. A little pricey. What did you pay?
Yes.
$20 an hour?
Yeah, maybe.